That'd be the referee wanting to play some footy.
Yeah, but
And it makes you wonder whether this is a little ploy by Southern Lions just to make Cottesloe wait for a couple of minutes. Take a little sting out of their tail. The referee is getting a little impatient. And as you might actually be able to hear in the background, singing from Southern Lions.
Guys, can you get over that side of the road, please?
Massive Fijian contingent in this Southern Lions team. So hopefully we'll see plenty of flair this afternoon in very, very good conditions. The Southern Lions coming forward to take the kick and start this Rugby WA Fortescue Premier Grade match.
Phoenix, you good?
Right, Southern Lions looking like they're set their forwards to the left, loading that side. So I would suggest playing away from the camera. Away we go. Great restart, just dropping just outside the 22. Cottesloe taking it successfully. Playing to the short side, little jink there by Phoenix Hunt. Gets trapped. Cottesloe will have to play out here with a ruck or two. They're going to go wide. Reset Phoenix into that 9 position, and Peter Grant looking to fold around, dropping back into position now, look to exit. And they've gone for a contestable, so Cottesloe may be putting out the challenge early. They don't want to play. They don't want to play field position. They want to contest the ball. Southern Lions take it successfully though, and they're on attack just outside Cottesloe's 22. Strong carry, good support. Slow ball though, so for good carry the ball was slowed down. Max Laporte there playing, going at the line a little bit, offloading, but strong defence from Cottesloe. Andrew Nielsen making a good hit there, being a bit of a pest, and they've turned it over. They're playing Cottesloe. They're here to play, and they want to play quick. Strong carry by Terrell Shortland-Berryman. Adam full grab there, just losing the ball there. Looks like it may have gone backwards with play on in it. No, offside I'd suggest. Yep, getting too excited. Southern Lions around the side of the ruck.
Thanks, man. Time back on. Oh, yes.
Peter Grant looking to get some good gain in ground here. Gets about 25 metres there, so the line out will be just shy of 40 metre mark in the Southern Lions half. Terrell Shortland-Berryman to be throwing in the line out, commonly known to most people as Mister. Got a full line here to the back, and that is one of Mister's strengths, as his line out throwing as a cracker there. So good go forward from Cottesloe, playing around the corner. Phoenix Hunt's delivering a great ball to Alan Fulgrave. Carry strong. Same way, Kaiser Reedy.
Tackle, release!
There's a bump off there. Goes forward. Whoa! Hello and welcome to the ruck defence of Southern Lions. That was a great shot on Phoenix Hunt. And now Gio Leotuala throwing a long ball, bring back the bounce pass. That's a tap forward. Oh, that's unlucky there. Josiah getting a hand to it, not being able to reel it back in. But there was advantage to Cottesloe. They might have thought knew that they had that advantage, so they were willing to take a risky pass, but it'll be for a high tackle on the far side of the field there. Cottesloe successfully just working their way down the field here. Now Peter Grant going to kick it into the corner, which will give Cottesloe a fantastic attacking opportunity.
Angus got the front.
And the potential for maybe a driving maul here.
You got the front. Okay, mate.
They've gone short line out.
No, use it!
So Southern Lions have done well there to split that maul because they were looking to set up a small maul. Southern Lions did well, but Cottesloe have been able to play. That's been turned over. Southern Lions, great work at the breakdown there. Very aggressive to win that ball back. And that's an important turnover there because Cottesloe were looking to hit hard, but they're in all sorts. Max Laporte set himself up to clear. That's Messi
Gone forward
on
off
the in
blue.
goal.
It's a red scrum.
Oh, and there's a let-off for Southern Lions. Playing in there in goal, slipping through Max Laporte's fingers. He's regathered quite well. He hasn't panicked because he hasn't tried to kick it and got it charged down. He's going to run, but it's come off a Cottesloe player.
That's the mark, gents.
5 metre
Good
scrum
patience and nice
to Southern
stable scrum.
Lions. And the ability here to release some pressure.
Let's go. All right. Let's go here. Crouch!
A little bit of conversation behind the
Bind!
Southern Lions, just making sure they're getting things clear, what they're going to do. That's gone down, and that's a penalty. That's a great pressure reliever for Southern
Need you to stay
Lions.
straight and square.
The referee just saying, Adam, full grab. Mate, you've got to stay straight and square. Adam there, loose head folding in. So, Southern Lions, little breath of relief.
Yeah, smart.
Ability now to push back towards halfway, set themselves up for a line out and see what attacking opportunities they can create. Not a great deal of yards there, so that's gone probably a little bit shorter than what they expected. They're just outside their 22. Quick line out, playing off the back down and pop. Max Laporte just flicks that up to Joe Ratu, and he's offloaded on the outside. That's a great bit of handling there to Cam. He's still going. Cam Nasarobi. That's a great carry. A little bit of a show and go. Stepping. Oh, no. Southern Lions throwing that ball away after a great offload by Joe Ratu out of the back of the hand. His centre partner, Cam Nasaroki.
Yeah, 4 is good.
Running onto the ball and making some great yards. And that is that Fijian flair that we like to see. Cottesloe playing out of their 22. Alec Fontevo carrying there. Going back to Peter Grant. Not one of his best kicks. Probably got a little bit underneath it. The weight was going back a little bit and wasn't able to drive through
Angus, I just said you get the front.
Came off the side of his foot. So Southern Lions, another opportunity. They've worked their way down the field quite well.
Numbers.
Joe Ratu there.
6.
Made a great
Drop
offload
one,
on the
drop
outside
one,
out the
drop
back of
one.
the hand. Looks like he might have rolled his ankle. He might be holding an ankle injury. See how he goes though, because he's an outstanding player. Can threaten the line. Brody Eastwood stepping, trying to work through, goes to ground. Ball coming slowly. Cottesloe on that, and they'll get the reward for that. The Southern Line support just inaccurate on their clean.
Yeah.
Alec Fontevo from Cottesloe being able to get on the ball there. He's very strong over the ball. Once he's on it, it's hard to shift, and that's the problem with the Southern Lions there. They weren't able to shift his body and clear him out.
5.
Cottesloe line out. And that's a good interruption to the line out by Southern Lions. Their defensive line out working well. They're getting up. Tapped it back They'll be able to mount some pressure through their attack here. So one out running. Brody Eastwood getting a latch on there, getting some extra yards on that play. They've played quickly, and Max Lepore plays it out wide to Cam. Plays it. Ball's there to be played. Abel Thomas just goes for a little scoop. Darling Max Laporte in there to play. And that's Missy going low, copping a bit of a shot to the head there as he fell. Play on though.
Come back.
Brody Eastwood going lateral, very lateral, getting caught there. Just thrown to the ground by Andrew Nielsen. 6 for Cottesloe. Oh, that's been stripped and lost, and Alec Fontevo picks that up. Cottesloe back in with possession. Phoenix Hunt off to Terrell. Shortland Berryman, who carries forward, doesn't make many yards, and there is the pressure at the breakdown from Southern Lions. So it looks like there are some pilfers on the field here today. So both teams getting on the ball quickly as first arrivals. They've got every right to the ball. And penalties to both teams so far. Those players on the ground are going to have to be very, very aware of being able to get body over ball and being able to get that ball back on a long place away from those jacklers.
See if Angus has got anything. I don't think he can hear me. So
Southern Lions here could have opened the scoring with this penalty. 8 minutes in. A little bit of entertainment so far. So, as I said, some fantastic conditions to be playing rugby in. Where else in the world would you want to be but in Perth on a day like today? And that is a sweet strike there. So Southern Lions opening the scoring. 3 points to 0 from that penalty. So Jono Ohaka to take the restart for Cottesloe. Gets a bit of air underneath that. Nice little 9-iron. Drop in, but safely taken there by Southern Lions. And that is a big shoulder to run into of Mr. Shortland Berryman. But that's a good carry there. Playing forward, Max Laporte puts plenty of air underneath that. Kicks long. It's probably a little bit too long to challenge the back three. Jono Ohaka, great acceleration, breaks down the left-hand side here. That's a great attack by Cottesloe, and they'll recycle the ball inside the Southern Lions 22. Pressure coming through on the breakdown. Peter Grant playing Kaiser Reedy, and that's a big carry in the middle of the field with a big contact there. Felix Alafeo looking to make a shot on Kaiser Reedy. Back to Peter Grant, plays it long. Mr. Berryman plays a beautiful ball there. Going forward, Cottesloe making great ground. They're wanting to play around the corner and to the far side of the field. It looks like they're going to try and run Southern Lions off their feet here and make them work across the field. They're recycling the ball quickly, Cottesloe. They want to play upbeat footy here today. Adam Full grab. Offloads to Kaiser Reedy and he crashes over. And I think they could be on a winner here, Cottesloe, playing at that pace. Southern Lions just struggling to be able to get set, so when they can't get set on their defensive line, they're not able to then get line speed and get up in the face of Cottesloe. We've seen this over the years from Cottesloe. When they get confident and they get their big ball carriers going, they can play quickly, they can get the game line, and they're very direct. And if you're not up to it physically with the contact and being able to shut down the space, Cottesloe will keep coming at you, and you're going to have a long day if that's the case. So Gio Liwatuala to take the conversion off Kaiser Reedy's try. A good reply there by Cottesloe, straight back at them.
Fair enough, but I don't want it creeping in. I've had a chat with the captain now, so it needs to end.
A little bit of a chat there from the referee. Just making sure players know what's expected of them. And And that had just slid away to the left off his boot. He gave it some. He was sure it certainly wasn't going to be short. So Gio Leotuala just missing there to the left. So the score, Cottesloe 5, Southern Lions 3. With a good start to the game. We'll see if Southern Lions can put some pressure on Cottesloe in their own half and create a bit of an opportunity for attack here. Max Laporte gets underneath it again, and that's a very good restart. That's going to put pressure on the catch. Equal to the tasker though. Zane Herrick with good hands over his head, and as you'd expect from a lock. Phoenix Hunt playing from the centre of the field here.
Take him back.
Peter Grant, and they're wanting to play, they're wanting to run. It's an upbeat game. And unfortunately there, just a little bit of a drop there. Jordan Williams, Cottesloe 13, setting himself up. He's a big unit, very big unit. Not great build for a 13. But unfortunately just dropped the ball. Getting excited about having a run. I think Cottesloe have definitely sent the message today that they're going to play some running footy in perfect conditions.
Mark.
And you never know, that may fall into the favour of Southern Lions, because if it becomes a free-flowing game, some of these the feeding connection here, especially in the Southern Lions back line, might just light up when they get their chance. So Southern Lions scrum here.
Stay on.
Max Laporte takes it to the line, does a little flick back. Switch to Joe Ratu, who carries it forward. Turned over though. Ball security important. Here we go. Oh, Jordan Williams, he's dropped it again. He's looking at his hands. He's made the recovery though to try and make that tackle. And that is a great reply there by Cam Nasaroki. Southern Lions hitting back. Just checking this. Referee's blown the whistle. Maybe time off here. But you know, Cottesloe looking to play, very enterprising. But you've got to be able to rely on your core skills. And just a simple drop ball there by Cottesloe 13, Jordan Williams, and Southern Lions bang straight on attack. And there you go. That just goes to show that Southern Lions are willing to play some running rugby as well. Take any opportunities they can get given. And the French connection in the Southern Lions team. Max Laporte take the conversion. About a metre in, or just over a metre in from the right touchline.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. I just let play go so we could see what the outcome was, and then we can check it. And
Max Laporte, strong looking athlete, strong legs. He's got a good boot on him, good timing on his kicks. I put the mocker on him. Sorry, Max. My apologies. Shakes his head. A good reply by Southern Lions. 8-5. Reflective of the game. It's been back and forth. Nice and close. If this stays this way, it's going to be an exciting finish. John Oaxaca takes the restart again. We're seeing some good restarts. There's some pressure on these catches, but they're very much up to it. Southern Lions take that well.
Yeah.
Setting up a good pod shape here. Down the short side they go though. Strong carry, staying on their feet.
No, gone back. Gone back.
The pressure, it's very ugly around that breakdown.
At the maul. Pulls out. Yeah. Three more. No, there's no forward.
Taking a line out there to Cottesloe. It's called a maul, but the maul went out. So Southern Lions taking in there. So Cottesloe throw. Mr. Berriman hitting the back again. Nice. Playing through Peter Grant. Gio. Jordan Williams hits it up hard. He's not going to lose the ball again this time. There's some pressure on it. The breakdown again from Southern Lions. They've done well. Staying on their feet. First arrival. Staying on their feet. Strong over the ball. 10 metres. Cottesloe not happy about it, and they've let the ref know. And he, in return, he's let them know that he owns the whistle. So extra 10 metres there for Southern Lions. And Max Laporte will look to kick the cover off this. And that's a great kick. Made some good yards from the middle channel of the field. And has put Southern Lions in a good position here to attack off this line out.
Phoenix, we can put out that chat now.
Southern Lions gone short. To the middle. That's a poor throw. Knocked down by Cottesloe. Allows them some space to play now. Gio Lituani. They will definitely come back, Cottesloe, because they exhausted that far side of the field. Peter Grant onto his left foot, showing off because he is well balanced, both feet. Can punt the ball well. Southern Lions taken well there by Josiah. The contest here on the edge. The ball's been there, and that's Josiah's getting the ball back. Melly.
Oh, there.
Playing out the back, Max Laporte with the ball. Hits Cam. They're playing to the left side of the field. They've gone width of the field. Southern Lions, great attack there. They'll be able to come off that edge, and that's been turned over by Cottesloe. It is a free-flowing game of rugby so far. Cottesloe being tackled out there, so Southern Lions got the ball back. Some enterprising play there, Southern Lions. Jonah Nabarisi on that far side, showing some great wheels, and that's twice he's actually taken down the left side of the field very well. Southern Lions need to secure the ball. They've gone to 2. When in doubt, go to 2. Win your ball.
That's a maul.
Looking to drive that. They've got a pretty good setup here, Southern Lions, and they'll be able to make some yards here. Still going forward. Referee hasn't called it out, called up once yet, so they can still go. And they have done a play. That's through the middle. Cottesloe's defensive maul has been in all sorts there. Southern Lions have done very well. They've probably mauled that around 15, 20 metres. Very good setup. And we may be in for a big score here today, but nobody's going to argue because this could be very entertaining. Great setup by Southern Lions, driving that ball forward. Staying tight. And Cottesloe's defensive maul just disintegrated. Max Laporte has slotted that one. I kept my mouth closed for him. So we're 15 points to 5. So Southern Lions doing very well. A little bit of a free-flowing game so far. Cottesloe having a few minutes there where they played with real pace and got a try to Kaizeridi. But otherwise, Southern Lions have probably dominated territory and possession. Jono Ahaka restarting. And if they're smart, they'll let that go because that may just bounce 10 metres. And it is play on there. Southern Lions decided to play out. They've got it. Picked from the back. Playing out to Max Laporte. That's under pressure. That's intercepted by Jordan Williams. And nobody's going to catch him. Great work by Jordan there. He's read that very well. Cottesloe's defence pushed up hard. They had numbers, which gave them the confidence to go hard. Jordan Williams getting the benefit of that. Southern Lions looking to play wide with long passes. And that's the risk. A long pass, the ball is in the air for a while. Jordan Williams, big long arm on that big frame of his. Just reeled it in.
Cuts in and out, hey.
Ran 40 metres, score under the posts. Gio Leah Tuala. Probably very thankful to him.
Yeah,
Mate,
right
I'll
there.
just knock this over. 15 metres out, in front of the sticks. Should I put the mockers on him and say he should just tap this over
Yeah.
without
You're
any
happy
concerns
with it?
whatsoever.
Happy with the space? What time do you have, Ben?
And there it is. There it goes. Cottesloe's
Yeah.
very, very quick reply.
5. Right, mate.
So just over a quarter of a game in, we've got 27 points scored. So if it ends up being around a shared scoreline of 80 points or so, it'll be interesting and entertaining. It's another great restart, and that's a fantastic chase through by Southern Lions to get the ball. They're on a bit of a roll. They've got momentum here. Nans, Whakataka taking that ball forward. Rapport playing. Cam there, he's got the ball in one hand. It's awesome to watch. Peter Grant better be careful there. He's trapped in there. They can get the hands on the ball. It's Will Burrows' cap, Southern Lions captain there, taking it forward. Bit of a show and go. Abel Thomas delivering the ball for Southern Lions from the back of the ruck. And the Southern Lions happy to slow it down a little bit. They're not playing frenetic rugby from the backs of their rucks. They're just setting their runners up. Will Burrows on the right side there looking for the ball, but they've gone to the left. It's Felix Alafao who carried it there.
No, leave it now, leave it
support.
now.
That's
fine. Hands were on the ground, off your feet.
So they've let that play on. There could have possibly been a penalty to Southern Lions there, but referee managing the game really well. Oh, and that's a fantastic offload. If that hasn't gone forward, that is the centre pairing. That is Joe Ratu offloading to Cam Nasarobi. And they are putting on a show in the midfield there, those boys. They're enjoying their offloads and then running lines off each other. And it's a fantastic example of a 12 who can get his arms free and a 13 who knows the line and the timing to run off him. And I tell you what, Gio Leotuala and Jordan Williams, Cottesloe centres, know they are in for a challenge this afternoon to shut down the offload through the middle. So Southern Lions are onto something there. Joe Ratu, loving his offloads in contact.
So you think after the ruck is formed, or? Okay.
I reckon Southern Lions, they'd be even more of a threat with their blindside wingers coming off the inside shoulder of Joe Ratu, just providing options there. That midfield of Cottesloe, they'd start sweating if they saw that. Blindside winger on the inside of Joe Ratu. Cam Nasarobi coming on the outside. No doubt they're going to be an exciting play through the midfield of the Southern Lions today. Gio Leotuala taking the restart now. They've gone along. They want to put Southern Lions back in their half, and that is charged down. So probably would have been a better result for Southern Lions there if you'd been able to take that ball cleanly and set up a ruck and be able to clear off that. So Cottesloe looking to pressure Southern Lions line out here. Andre Schultz, there'll be some pressure on him. Throwing in for Southern Lions. A little bit of movement in the line out. And it's not straight. So there you go, a little bit of movement can put pressure on the thrower. Southern Lions forwards though, giving Andre a tap on the shoulder, tap on the head. It's all good, mate. We'll get it back.
It is.
Cottesloe.
We'll give it a shot anyway.
Taking a scrum here.
Good scrum last time, guys. Good.
Good position to attack from for Cottesloe. Peter Grant setting at first receiver. Blindside winger in behind him. Scrum's
Okay, use
down.
it, use it.
It's good management by the referee there. The ball was won.
Don't touch the 9.
He's called them to use it. We don't want to be resetting scrums all day. Peter Grant goes to the line, plays the blocker line, and the blindside winger out the back, but Southern Lions defence read that well. Phoenix Hunt just plays Kaiser Reedy off his shoulder. Kaiser carries it forward.
No, leave it now.
Pressure on the ball. The breakdown. Sasha Holloway just offloading there. Good support by Cottesloe. They're wanting to get back. Adam taking that forward. Peter Grant. Offload there. Tommy Fafita Tavo. The referees just ping Cottesloe for their entry from the side there. So Fafita Tatovo carrying well, getting his arms through, getting through, but unfortunately Southern Lions been able to put pressure on the ball, and the pressure from Cottesloe to get there and to support, they've had to come in from the side and given away the penalty. So once again, Southern Lions relieve some pressure. Southern Lions hooker Andre Schultz getting ready. He got set early. Just wants to take the pressure off his throw.
Again, mate, you must come in and pause and then go up.
So the referee just asking Southern Lions to make sure that they get set in their line out first, so that there's no movement into the line and then moving around as they're moving in. They've got to get set and then they play. So they've gone to the back. They've won that well. So that'll be a confident boost for Andre Schultz with his line out throws. And there we go. He's having a field day. Joe Ratu in the midfield, breaking the first tackle, looking for offloads. And Cam Nasarogi just playing that ball a little bit too extravagantly, turning the ball over to Cottesloe. A little bit of show and go there by Alex Ontavo. Cottesloe number 8. There's pressure on that breakdown. Phoenix Hunt getting caught. He just shrugs off. Andre Schultz breaks through, steps, and gets bent awkwardly there. And I would suggest that's been turned over. Southern Lions relieving pressure, but there's a penalty there.
Well,
this could potentially be for the tackle.
yeah, I just
Ref having a little chat.
So first one was mate, not rolling away, clearing the tackle. Okay, you're gonna have a chat with him, right? In the red zone, no more. Hi.
And he's asked Will Burrows to just have a chat to his team. I'll tell you what, Southern Lions really haven't been caught in their own 22 too much that they deserve a warning just yet, I wouldn't suggest, but the referee putting his stamp on the game, saying, you know what, I'm not going to put up with anything, any slowing down of the ball or making poor decisions and giving away penalties in your own 22. So set the standard well there, the referees. So Cottesloe picking and driving after that line out.
Stay on.
Just short offloads off the ruck. Mr. Berryman carrying the ball. Picking and driving. They want to work through the Southern Lions defence. The ruck defence is offside, so they've got advantage here. Gio Leotualo, fancy footwork, burrows his head. He drives forward well. He must be so close to the line, Gio. Cottesloe there. They'll pick and drive. They'll want to just smash their way over here. No, they play to Mr. Berryman to the edge. And that is a good little try to Hugh Gowing on the edge of the field. They had numbers on the short side. And you know you're working with a very talented front rower in Terrell Shortland Berryman. Fantastic hands there. Knew he just had to hold his feet, transfer the ball quickly and hit his winger. And that's great skill there from Terrell Shortland Berryman. Cottesloe very quick to score when they've got into Southern Lions 22. So
guys,
potentially they might just go back to a territorial game, get themselves into Southern Lions half and then turn it on.
Keeping a team warning against Southern Lions. It's all good, mate. All good.
So you literally can't get a wider kick than this. So
8 minutes.
Gio Leotualo, he won't have any issues getting the distance here. It'll just be the accuracy. because he's not shy of striking the ball hard. And that is coming around beautifully. That is a strike. That is a great strike. Tuala.
Yeah, mate, I had offside
Cottesloe
advantage
12.
against you there as well, so you guys got to be really careful. Yeah, okay, so you got to be really careful now. Yep. $11.
And so the Lions restarting. Once again, pressure on that reseat. That's a good take there by Alec Fatalo. Oh no, he's just coughed it up, dropped it cold. There's fight in him though, because he doesn't want to make that mistake any worse. So he dived on the ball, picked it up, but unfortunately too enthusiastic, and he's coughed up the ball and given Southern Lions a great opportunity to attack. About 35 metres out, centre field. So what this does, this creates a little bit of space, and players like Joe Ratu,
Mate, it doesn't matter.
Cam Nasaroki, they froth on this stuff, they love it. That little bit of extra space where they can get an arm free and offload.
Bind.
To load it up left here.
Set.
Abel Thomas feeds the ball. 8, 9. Going to the line. He's got no support. He's got nobody to play with. They were late. Southern Lions were late, which left them exposed at the breakdown. There's an offload there. Gio Leotuala. Offload around the corner. John Oaxaca. He's got some pace. This is going to take some good defence here by Southern Lions. Ball back on the inside. Hugh Gowing is going to go underneath the post, and that is a fantastic reply by Cottesloe. Drop the ball. Set a scrum. Ball gets turned over. Send it to the edge. Great pace by John Oaxaca. And a simple ball back on the inside. Certainly not greedy. Great footy. Unselfish. Hugh Gowing, 2 tries in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, I was very happy with that.
So some good footy. Some entertaining footy. Little error rate probably rising higher than what the coaches would want from both teams, but it's providing some entertaining rugby. And Gio Leotuala is going to enjoy another conversion from spot on in front.
Loose. You know, I'm happy enough to just to play away from it. I don't think there's an issue at the moment.
And he just nudges that over easily. So Leotuala, another conversion there. So it'll be interesting to see now how Southern Lions react to this. They don't have to do anything different. Probably just have to value the ball just a little bit more, build that pressure.
Blaming someone else.
And Max Laporte puts snow on that. That is a great contestable restart. We've got Messi there. Referee said play on. Cottesloe have come up with the ball somehow. And Peter Grant exiting. Hasn't got the timing on that very well, but Southern Lions take it easily. Nelly at the back. He's punted the ball down long. John Oaxaca will return.
Number 1.
Kick.
Moving forward. Offside. You must keep retreating.
And Missy Kamei, he's given Cottesloe a reprieve there, moving forward before he'd been put on side. So if you're in front of the kicker, you can't progress towards your try line unless being put on side. And if you do, it's a penalty. So Cottesloe will attack from just inside their own half. I would suggest with the trend of the game, it's certainly not going to be a kicking option here. They'll play with the ball in hand. See what they can do. See if they can bring Tommy Fafita Tovo into the play. off Peter Grant. Oh, and it's been charged down. Abel Thomas, the 9 from Southern Lions. Southern Lions on attack now. Great turnover. There's a bit of pressure now on Cottesloe's defence. They've got to get it set. Ball is a little slow. Playing into the middle of the field. Put back, Abel Thomas plays. Aaron Herawini carrying there. Felix Alafeo loves to carry into contact. A little bit messy at that breakdown. Some blue jerseys rolling out. Little box kick from Abel Thomas, and that's put the pressure up. It's bounced up. It's going to be a contest here. And good luck referee working that one out. But Southern Lions, that's the reply they wanted. That's the reply from the scoreboard. See if they can take the lead back, and if that turns out to be a try, it'll be a cracker. It'll be a great little box kick by Abel Thomas. Saw the space in behind. Turned John Oaxaca around, put him under pressure, and the bounce of the ball just sat up beautifully to make it a contest. And that is a try. That's fantastic. Great enterprising play there from Abel Thomas. Southern Lions 9. A seesawing affair. Nobody wants to get set in that leading position. Southern Lions back in the lead.
You're not looking at it. It's a sport.
Max Laporte to take another conversion.
20. Minute and 20.
Fantastic. An entertaining first half of rugby here at Success Sporting Complex. And Max Laporte just left that outside the line. It's a good strike, and it would have looked like it was very close, but Cottesloe come back to the centre of the field. From their point of view, I would suggest it would be just more of the same. Get in the Southern Lions 22, put pressure on. I think that's the thinking. They've gone long again. Miss, he takes the ball. Oh, it was Joe Ratu catching the ball, sorry. That's a good exit there. And play that. That is out. That's out. That's some good skills there by Alec Fontevo. He knew what he wanted to do, knew where he was in space, but just unfortunately had his foot on the line when he caught the ball.
No. Step away.
And everybody's got an opinion here. Mr. He's wanting to have a conversation. Phoenix Hunter's having a little look there. He's interested in what's going on.
Okay, so Blue has taken it into touch.
The ball's still on the field of play.
Yeah, and his foot's on the line.
That's correct. Ball's on the field of play and he's staying there.
Yeah, so red ball, yeah.
And, touch judge knows his laws, which is very good. Andre Schultz, he knew it was. He's ready there to throw the ball. They've gone to 2, Southern Lions. Back to Abel Thomas. Hits Max Laporte. It's gone a cross-field kick. Nobody wants it to take it on the full. A little bit scrappy. And that ball has popped out somehow. Southern Lions in attack. And they've lost it forward. His order has been ripped out by Cottesloe.
Leave it.
It's hard to tell what's going on over there because it is very messy. But Cottesloe have the ball, going to a breakdown. And they will look to relieve the pressure. Peter Grant to slot back into the pocket. They've gone for forward carriers. Adam full grab. Takes the ball forward, sets up a ruck. It's a big, strong carry there by Hugh. I'm sorry, my apologies, Tommy Fafita-Tovo. Wearing that headgear back to Peter Grant. Takes his time, no pressure there. And just punts the ball out. Yes, that is half-time. Half-time here at the Success Sporting Complex. Southern Lions 27 over Cottesloe 26. In an entertaining first half of rugby.
Yeah.
And we will be back
Ball
shortly
is in play. He's
to
on the
hopefully
line.
see a
He's
very
taking
close
it.
finish to this Fortescue
Oh, not if
Premier
it's
Grade
pushing
match.
it.
And take out the win this afternoon because it is very, very evenly poised. Makes for great rugby. So Leah Tuala's got the ball again, so it looks like they'll go long. And as they do, ball's retrieved there by Josiah.
Just let it go.
Forward hit-ups. Aaron Heroini carrying. Abel Thomas organising his forwards around the back of that ruck, putting some protection around the ball. He'll look to box kick and clear this. It'll be contestable. It's a good kick. There's some pressure coming through. Put him under pressure there. Cottesloe have been, it's ugly, but they've retrieved the ball. Cottesloe in attack now, and they play quickly. Leah Tuala just puts the ball over the back. Jonah puts the ball up, retrieves it. Some entertaining rugby from the Southern Lions backs. Cam playing the ball from the back of the ruck. Abel Thomas then now ready to clear. Hits Laporte. Laporte.
No, one, stop! Stop one! Stop one!
And that's been retrieved. Oh no.
Number 1, offside.
Missy again. Missy has been in front of the kicker. He's progressed forward. And
Number 1, offside.
That is a coach killer. It's got some very enterprising play by Southern Lions. Little chip kick over the top.
You get a penalty here.
Josiah
Yeah.
speeding through, bounces the ball, collects it, but Missy in front of the kicker, moving forward once again, offside. Cottesloe, a little bit of a sigh of relief.
Offside.
Peter Grant got a good strike on that and has cleared it nicely. And we'll have a line out on halfway to Cottesloe.
Line.
And it looks like short line out here. Thomas Hume making his way to the midfield. They play. Zane Herrick carrying the ball. Peter Grant taking it to the line. Show and go. Phoenix Hunt replaying it there. Zane Herrick, he's come around the corner. Plays the ball on the ground. Hunt hits Holloway. Carrying hard but lateral. Hunt slowing the ball down. Short from Berryman. Takes the ball forward, little stutter step, gets an outside shoulder. Some pressure on that ball. The breakdown. Hunt. John O'Haka drops it on his toe. Retrieved by Southern Lions there. And they'll just take their time here to make sure they win this ball, get their forwards back into position. Missy Coe. No, it's Andre Schultz gets in there and has the ball stripped by Short and Berryman. And it's a good lesson to value the ball. Don't lead when you go into contact with the ball because it can get stripped easily. And that's a knock-on from Southern Lions and a scrum feed to Cottesloe with a nice little short side here for Cottesloe to work into. Alec Fontevo as the number 8. He'll be having a little look down there. Phoenix Hunt definitely looking around, seeing what opportunities are on.
Crouch!
Tommy Fafitotova.
Bind!
He's just hovering around on this right side.
Steady!
The ball's in. And the scrum's wheeled to the left, the natural wheel. Cottesloe deciding to keep it in there. They'll probably they're possibly looking to play for a scrum penalty there. Like Fontevo, he knew what he wanted to do, but the natural wheel of the scrum centred left makes it hard for number 8 to then get around and get outside that blindside flanker from the opposition. So Kaiser Reedy here, he really needs to get this right side of the scrum up. He's got a big boy behind him in Sasha Holloway. And a replay of the scrum, same thing, that natural left wheel wanting to happen. Cottesloe keeping it in there. They're playing for the scrum penalty here. Fontevo takes it off the back of the scrum after that advantage. So they've got scrum penalty advantage here. Hunt plays it, but it's messy. Leartuala steps on the outside. Goes to ground. Support there from Peter Grant. Jordan Williams. Hunt puts it on the left boot. Just jinks it over the top. Hugh Gowing can't regather the ball. It was a messy bounce for him, and it's one of those ones where you got to decide, do I put my foot on the ball or do I try and scoop it up? Can leave you second guessing yourself, and which is probably the worst thing to do. Probably just need to play by instinct there. But they'll go back for the scrum penalty to Cottesloe. Now this will be interesting. Their attitude so far today has been, we'll kick to the corner here and we'll play rugby, but makes you wonder whether they'll just throw the ball to Leartuala and he'll kick the penalty. A little conversation here with the Cottesloe forwards.
Well, discipline in this area, mate.
Was there a penalty on this? Or just
Here on the scrum, and you offside. Okay? Early break. Yeah, I need discipline here. Okay? Yeah. Okay.
So with Terrell, Shortland, Berriman walking to the sideline, I would suggest they're going to kick for the corner here and go to a line out, and Peter Grant does exactly that. And a man who is a very good kicker of the ball will put it 5 metres out from the Southern Lions try line. They are under pressure here. Cottesloe will be looking to win a clean line out here, possibly driving off this. Thomas Hume there is the extra 8-2. Terrell Shortland Berriman has that off the back and he is over. He's a very strong player when he gets in a position like that. And he's not going to go too early. He'll make sure he's got the try line in his sights, and he did. As soon as he saw it, he just broke off to the right and pushed his way over on the short side. So pretty straightforward there. Kick to the corner, set up a good line out, drive off it. Get a very talented player at the back of your maul and away you go. So Cottesloe open the scoring here in the second half, and that's exactly what they would have wanted to do. Retake the lead. The big question is can they back it up with another score? Because what has happened so far in this match is that they've almost taken turns. They've said, okay, it's your turn to score, righto, now it's our turn to score.
Give it a shot now.
And as I suggested earlier in the second half here, the team that takes the opportunities and gets possibly a couple of scores in a row,
yeah, mate, I'm
they
happy
could be the
with
team that goes on to win the match. And Leartuala, he's literally got his kicking tee on the sideline. So this will be a challenging strike for him. His natural drift on the ball is right to left, so it makes it even more difficult from this right side of the field. He struck it nicely and he's kept it quite straight, but that natural drift on his kick, just taken it and pushed it to the left. Max Laporte, he has restarted very well today. He'll put snow on this. And probably a little longer than what he may have preferred. And oh no, that has been coughed up by Cottesloe. And there is a knock-on advantage, and he said it hasn't come forward off Southern Lions. So they'll keep playing here. It's Joe Ratu taking the ball to the line on the outside shoulder, but gets taken down well by Jordan Williams. Playing back, Missy carrying, and he's had his legs chopped there by Nielsen. Nielsen just looking to hit anything that's running at him and running into his channel.
Still it.
They'll pick and drive Southern Lions, looking to let their forwards do some work.
Be on.
And they are creeping closer to the line. And look at them, they're in there. They're wanting to score, desperately wanting to score.
Held up.
And there's a penalty advantage, and they'll bring it back. So Southern Lions, they've got a great opportunity here. In another case, if they score here, it'll be Cottesloe score, back to Southern Lions, you score. So I would suggest that it might be a good opportunity for Cottesloe just to have a little chat to themselves and say, let's defend here, let's not let any scores in, because it could be the difference in the game. And Southern Lions chosen to take the shot at goal. So Max Laporte, he'll be very confident at kicking this, taking the 3 points.
I'll get this one.
Great shot here for the camera. And it's a good strike, and it has gone through. So Southern Lions scored it. Now it's back to Cottesloe's turn. See what happens. So as this game progresses, there may be a little bit of fatigue set in some of these boys, and that may be the difference. There might be a couple of errors that occur from fatigue and provide opportunities for the opposition. So who's going to take those opportunities? Leo Tawala puts it long again. Cottesloe saying, you play out of your own 22. And Abel Thomas clears to, what's that, about 47 metres. 47 metres out from Southern Lions' own try line. Terrell Shortland Berryman.
Yeah, that's fine.
Will throw into the line out. Andrew Romano has come onto the field for Cottesloe, and that's a bit messy there for Cottesloe, but they've been able to retain the ball. Southern Lions on there, but
the ball is there.
they'll have to let that come out. Alec Fonteva plays the ball. Alec full grab, carrying forward, not getting leg drive because he turned side on, but they've got a bit of a mini maul going there. Phoenix Hunt plays to Peter Grant. Jordan Williams throws a long ball, and that is almost intercepted. Josiah Rakiti had a crack at that in the air, and if he'd reeled it in, it would have been an intercept try that time. He wouldn't have been brought back. Oh, there's some risky passes being thrown there. Cottesloe still willing to have a crack and go wide.
Okay.
Little conversation here between the touchy
first of all,
and the referee.
Did he have a realistic chance of catching the ball, do you feel?
Oh, sorry, the answer is no to that.
Okay, so you were going to say
And he was the last offender. I think penalty is
was
correct.
it? Yeah, and no overlap, so penalty only.
I mean, there are people coming around.
Okay, not going penalty on. Okay. Back 10. Yeah,
So Touchy said that
penalty here.
I feel that he didn't have a realistic shot at intercepting that ball, knocked it forward, so it'll just be a penalty. Wasn't cynical. From my vantage point, it looked like he had a red-hot crack at catching that, because he knew that if he got it, he was going to go and score a try. So a bit tough there. But they've been pretty strict the last few years on that if you don't have a realistic chance of gathering the ball and you knock it on, trying to intercept the ball, that it will be a penalty. So Zane Herrick gets up there, gathers that ball. It jiggled just a little bit, but he's got it. Cottesloe set up the maul. Not a great deal of movement, but now they start to move it forward. Terrell Shortland Berryman at the back of that maul. He'll stay controlled and keep it in there as long as he needs to. Phoenix Hunt driving his forward, trying to get him around. He takes the ball, runs, plays Peter Grant. Peter Grant with a very good short ball to Gialia Tuana, and that is Hugh Gowing coming off his wing. It's fantastic to see wingers working off their wing, working through the midfield, getting offloads from their midfield players. In Gialia Tuala, great offload, getting arms free, and Hugh Gowing being the beneficiary of some fantastic play there. And Cottesloe, when they want to, they play with pace, some genuine pace. And Southern Lions defence just struggling to be able to scramble to stop it. And so the trend continues
I think we got it right.
of each team taking turns in scoring.
But I appreciate your assistance on it. Okay.
Sit next to me, ready?
And Leah Tuala strikes it nicely. In a very easy position to score that conversion. And Max Laporte to restart for Southern Lions again. And hopefully put some pressure on that receiver, and that's well taken there. That's Alec Fontevo. But once again, had the ball stripped out. Southern Lions have turned that ball over. They're hard in attack now. Ball back there forward. Andre Schultz, he wants to go himself. He picks and he gets hit by a big blue jersey.
Leave it!
Working through their forwards, little tip on there from Southern Lions. Ball is relatively slow and it's turned over. That was Nielsen, I think, for Cottesloe. He's just scooped that ball up and gone to ground. Done a bit of a roll, but we've got an injury here to one of the Southern Lions players. So the referee has pulled that up. I'm not sure how he'll restart the game there because I'm not sure there was anything wrong there. So it could potentially be restarted with the scrum to Cottesloe. Maybe the referee sensed that there could have been a problem with the Southern Lions player. And I think that is Brodie Eastwood.
Ball came out with a ruck and they picked it up and played it. Yeah, no, I stopped.
By the looks of that, you roll your ankle, they bring the strapping tape out and they just tape your boot to your leg via your ankle. Been done many a time before. And Southern Lions, I think they've made a little bit of a shuffle to their back line with Cam Nasaroki moving in a little bit closer. A little bit further out. Possibly playing on the wing now. Jonah Navarisi moving around. Either way, there are some excitement machines. Joe Ratu was very exciting early on in the game. I possibly could be telling a lie there because Cam Nasaroki is remaining in the 13 channel. And Andre Schultz being replaced. Southern Lions. And we'll get back to some rugby with Cottesloe feeding the scrum. Around that 22 metre line, so Cottesloe don't want to be mucking around too much here. They don't want to play too much footy here, make an error and allow Southern Lions to pounce on it. Especially given that they have got that 8-point lead, Cottesloe. They might want to just start to play some smart territorial football and put the pressure on Southern Lions to chase the game a little bit. Still got a quarter of the game to go, just over 20 minutes. But as each minute passes by, and if you're more than one try, one scoring opportunity off the lead, it starts to build pressure. The Cottesloe scrum, looking for scrum penalty. They're playing for a scrum penalty here and putting Southern Lions under pressure. Southern Lions staying disciplined and trying to stay square there, but they've given away that penalty advantage. And that was it. There was a good scrum by both sides there, really, because Cottesloe got the upper hand, but Southern Lions didn't capitulate. They tried to stay square, but then just lost the back end of their scrum. And any referee is going to award it to that attacking scrum, going forward, staying square, getting the drive on. So Cottesloe were able to work their way up towards the halfway line. And Andrew Romano in the 17 jersey at the back of the Cottesloe line out. He's a big unit, a tall, tight head prop. And Cottesloe have done well. They've set up quite well there. Sasha Holloway's high, the back lifted there, which has probably allowed Southern Lions just to break their maul up a little bit. But they've gone to ground, and if that was a maul and Southern Lions have been able to hold that in, no, it wasn't called a maul. So that was not been about. Alex Fontevo takes the ball quickly, plays, and Cottesloe are back to their starting attitude of playing quickly. They transfer the ball there to Arlo. Jordan Williams, good hands. He caught that ball behind him, but then he's tried to offload that in contact to spilling the ball everywhere, and out of that there has been no knock on. And that is Tommy Fafita-Tavo putting the ball on the foot and putting Southern Lions under pressure. And Josiah has the ball now. He wants to run. He wants to run it out of his own 22. Kicks long. Jono Ahaka goes back and he'll field the ball, and that will be around his 22. So there's been plenty of coverage by that ball in the last few seconds. We'll see if Southern Lions can get a decent line here. Jono Ahaka has broken through the far side of the field, bumped off the defence. There was Abel Thomas.
Come back.
He's played it back to Adam Fuelgrab. The loose head prop has worked. Oh, do you know what? I don't even think he got back. I think he was still trying to chase that original kick. And he's connected with Jono Ahaka, who made a fantastic run there on the far side of the field. And the game's lit up. All of a sudden, the last few minutes,
Yeah, mate, we've got an injury here as well.
a little bit of excitement. And Adam Fuelgrab, he's just appeared out of nowhere, taking the ball off Jono Ahaka. And he's copped a bit of a whack here, probably lower leg by the look of it, maybe an ankle or a knee, or the fact that he just had a bit of running around on the field there and he wants a blow.
And broke away.
Very smart. Front rows will always do that. I'll just go down. They'll say you can't play without us. So we'll have a bit of a breather here.
Red ball.
And I think we've got a problem here, and I think it's Joe Ratu for Southern Lions. He's limping off. It might have been from that ankle injury in the first half that we noticed. But that would be a big loss to Southern Lions with Joe Ratu going off.
Okay.
Oh,
off.
They definitely looked at him
Red line out.
through that midfield, and he did ask some questions of Jordan Williams and Gio Lea Tuala, the Cottesloe midfield. He was able to offload several times, so Southern Lions will miss him, but we'll resume play here. And it'll be a line out to Southern Lions. They've gone safe, they've gone to 2, probably looking to drive that, but I'd suggest...
Take him in the air.
Yeah, the referee's all over that. Cottesloe defensive line out, and I think it was Zane Herrick who's just got an arm around him whilst he's in the air. And one of the good laws of the line out, that line out jumpers are protected because they end up a fair way in the air and you don't want them coming to ground uncomfortably. So Max Laporte puts boot to ball and takes the ball. He doesn't make much ground there at all. He'd probably be disappointed in that. And Southern Lions forwards would probably be looking forward to a little bit more ground, but still within their own 40. Going to the middle of the line out, played off the top. Thomas hits the ball there. And that's Aaron Heroini just popping it off his shoulder, going into contact. Southern Lions set it up. They've slowed the ball down again. Set it up. And Abel Thomas has box kicked in. He's got a good box kick. It's good depth there. He's put Hugh Gowing under pressure. He's taken it well, though, and he's fought into contact.
Release.
And I'm not sure that actually was a tackle because Hugh Gowing was still standing up. But anyway, he's called the release. They've played it, and it's a big, strong carry there by Romano. He's still fighting in the contact there. Southern Lions struggling to get him to ground. Hunt plays Peter Grant, takes it to the line. Lea Tuala gets on the outside shoulder. That ball's been offloaded there. Hume plays it back inside to Lea Tuala. Lea Tuala fighting to stay inside. He wanted to get taken out by Brodie Eastwood. Hunt hits Peter Grant. Nielsen carries it forward. The flowing locks of Andrew Nielsen. That's Terry Shortland Berryman hitting Sasha Holloway. He's put that ball through his legs. Hunt trying to get the ball out. Plays it full grab. And somehow he's broken through that. That's Hugh Gowing. He's having a field day on the left edge there. And it's messy. There's a penalty there. That's good for Cottesloe. That's put pressure on Southern Lions.
Well,
we've got Thomas Hume. Thomas Hume with Tommy Fafita-Tovo on this far right wing. They were waving their hands frantically when that penalty was given, wanting the ball to be kicked cross field to them. They backed themselves to score, and it probably was an opportunity. But Cottesloe putting the pressure on, and they want to do it through their line out, and they have done quite well with their line out. And
use the line as the mark.
There's no doubt if they win clean ball here, they'll bring it down and look to drive. And Tyrrell Shortland-Berryman will be looking for another try. They've gone to the back, it's brought down, they've set it up.
That's a maul.
Nielsen gets around to their far side here, set it up well. Shortland-Berryman at the back there, it's got messy.
Advantage, 6-side entry.
And there's the call from the referee, so they've got advantage. They can play now, Cottesloe. They can throw a bit of caution to the wind. They pay Grant. He's got Hugh Gowing on his outside shoulder, but he chooses not to play him. They knew they had the advantage, though, so they could take a little bit of risk and play with a bit of flair. Peter Grant just looking at his midfield players, just asking him, what was that? What option did I have there? I love the fact that Hugh Gowing, left wing for Cottesloe, working off his wing, looking for involvements, looking for another maybe offload off Peter Grant's shoulder, or maybe Leah Tuala going through the line, getting an offload. It's good play from a wing, and it's something you look from your wingers all the time, because they can get very cold and lonely on the side of the field sometimes. So when they're actively looking for work, as a coach, you get excited.
All right, good to go, boys.
So scrum here, Phoenix Hunt to feed the ball to Cottesloe. Good attacking position.
Crouch! Bind!
Southern Lions back line, a little bit of pressure.
Set!
Looking at where the threats might come. The scrum's gone down, there's a penalty out. That's unfortunately a bad pass from Hunt.
Collapsing.
Hunt looking very busy there to take it quickly.
Collapsing.
The referee saying that Southern Lions collapsing there, so I would suggest Cottesloe might be considering another scrum.
No, mate, we're staying here.
Next shot, come on, next shot.
Scrum.
And there it is, there's the call. We'll take a scrum, sir. We will use up a bit more of the clock.
Time off.
We'll put some pressure on Southern Lions.
Gents, I need you to keep this up, and I need you to stay straight and square.
Stay tight.
Yeah. Time on.
Come on.
Crouch!
Cottesloe, a backline set.
Fine.
Hugh Gowing once again sniffing in behind Peter Grant and Leah Tuala looking for an opportunity. Good ball from Cottesloe. They're once again looking for that push. And the referee has called a penalty try from the scrum.
No, mate, you've not had to stay straight and square. Yeah.
Will Burrows having a chat to the referee, but Southern Lions know that it's a penalty
25.
try. They can play here, and that should be play on. Referee doesn't want a bar of it. He's having a conversation in the back. Oh.
Number 25.
And Aaron Heroini's been given the yellow card there for the penalty from the scrum and that penalty try. And I think that's just what the referee wanted to make sure. He wanted to make sure that was clear. That there is a yellow card from a penalty try from a scrum infringement. And that Southern Lions will have to bring the ball back and replay their restart. It's good enterprise, though. So it's a good little bit of knowledge from some of the players, though, that they know that It's an automatic 7-pointer. There's no need for a conversion. So you come back to it and you restart. So good understanding of the law. I love that when players know the laws well. And Romano, that took that ball well, and he fought well in the contact, went forward, hits full grab offloads, but it's a bit strong. Leotuala, he knocks the ball on, tries to cover over it as he goes through, but that'll be a scrum to Southern Lions, middle of the field, about 35 metres out, and it's probably an essential score within the next few minutes for Southern Lions. They'll be definitely wanting to point points on the board. Get themselves back in range.
Have they got a sub to come on for front row? No, okay, they have to drop it. They're off, let them know, but they have to drop to 13. Number.
So we've got about 9, just under 10 minutes to go, around 10 minutes to go. 15 points in it. It's very important. Southern Lions do get some points on the scoreboard to keep themselves within that range. When you start looking at 3 scoring opportunities to win, once you start to get within those 10 minutes, it's a struggle town. So right at this point in time, Southern Lions deciding what are they going to do, how are they going to work this scrum, because Aaron Harawini had been given the yellow card.
You're contesting?
And they'll need someone in that front row to fill his position. Drop a back roll. They'll probably just play 7 in the scrum here, but the scrum's been under a bit of pressure, so people might not think that wingers or centres or somebody coming in on the scrum may not provide much, but that little bit of extra weight might help if your scrum's under pressure. So Cottesloe will be looking to attack this scrum because there's only 7 for Southern Lions.
Set!
Oh, and there it is. There's a big push, and they've turned it over. Phoenix Hunt kicks the ball long, and that just demoralises you. And probably a little bit of poor game management there. That's a good little offload there. And we've got Jonah taking the ball forward for Southern Lions, but that's messy and it's been turned over, and Cottesloe have got the ball back. They're starting to build some pressure. Nielsen just takes it to the line. Alec Fontevo throws that long ball. Hugh Gowing having to deal with that, and he's gone in, he's gone out, and he's been caught there. Before going out of play, he managed to get that ball back. So Cottesloe playing off the far edge of the field, and there is some pressure at the breakdown by Southern Lions. Getting first player on the ball, getting the penalty, and you'd want to, they'll be thinking that they're going to play quickly here, but Max Laporte needs to get a long punt onto this to get that line out as far down the field as possible to put a bit of pressure on. So they're playing just outside the Cottesloe 22. Southern Lions need to get some points on the board. With a 15-point buffer, Cottesloe, I'll be starting to think, okay, we can shut this game out. Peter Grant, very, very, you've got a Springbok in your former Springbok in your back line. He'll be able to game manage this. But Cottesloe will potentially really slow this game down. Long balls. Johnny Quoro, he throws a long ball there too. Jonah, and he plays it on the edge of the field. Almost broke that tackle, but Cottesloe were able to stop the attack. Southern Lions trying to go down a very short side. They play it out long. Here's Missy. Missy carries strong, goes into the big blue jersey shoulder of Alec Fontevo. Abel Thomas plays, hits Will Burrows. Trying to offload there, Jonah. He couldn't get the ball out, it was wrapped up. They play there. Abel Thomas dribbles the ball through. Cottesloe field it. in the field of play, but there was advantage there. He's going to the touchy, I think, the referee. We'll just have a little bit of a chat here, and it could possibly be for a late hit or possibly a shoulder.
Got 5 blue, late hit, no arms.
And Sasha Holloway could possibly be in trouble here.
Okay, I'm pretty sure. I don't hear head contact. So as I said, no arms. It's medium danger. Yellow card.
I agree.
So there they go straight away. Sasha Holloway, no arms, late, no head contact or anything like that, so they weren't considering a red card, but it will be the colour yellow.
No, yellow card.
Sasha will go and have a little seat for the remaining 5 minutes of the match. And so Cottesloe down a forward now. Looks like Andrew Nielsen there with a bit of claret, a bit of blood on the forehead, so that'll be a blood bin. And
Well, it's a late hit. You've got a penalty here or where it lands first, okay? So you have a choice. You can go here or a penalty in there. Okay, yeah. Late hit.
so there you go, I'm wrong there. I thought it might have been a yellow card, but Sasha
4
Holloway
minutes.
stays on the field of play. So the Lions taking the tap here, and they will play through their forwards. And that's a hard. Felix Alafeo, he wants to take the ball forward. Runs into a big blue wall. Southern Lions forwards trying to get through this Cottesloe ruck defence, working their way. They're making it messy. His hands are over there, but that's not going to be allowed. And that will be a penalty. The referee's all over that. Perfect position to see it. Hume trying to get his hands on the ball, but the referee not interested because he wasn't the first arrival, I would suggest. Goes back to Abel Thomas. He plays. Hits Cam. Jonah Coro there. Replacement for the Southern Lions. Offloads. That has been dropped and released and played off the ground, and Missy cops one around the snoz, and that gets noticed by the referee. So it's getting really messy here, and there's a little bit of panic. The referee's going to stop the watch, have a little chat, I think.
Right. Can't keep giving away penalties in this. The guy's going to go in the bin. Yeah.
And there you go. There's the warning from the referee. So potentially there could be a yellow card if there's another penalty by Cottesloe. So the pressure's on them to be disciplined. The pressure's on Southern Lions to score, because the clock is ticking away and they can't put points on the board. A little offload there, Missy carrying into contact there, but he had not much momentum, so it was about just trying to get some power through. Good low wrap there by Romano to put him on the ground. Laporte throws a long ball out. Brodie Eastwood gets it, carries it forward, carries chest high.
No, release!
And that could potentially be another penalty against Cottesloe. So there could be a yellow card as a result of that. They're playing long balls here. Southern Lions are getting a little bit messy. They just need that breakthrough of the line. They need that offload.
We're back over here.
And there we go. It is a penalty.
Time off. Phoenix, that's number 12. Too many penalties.
And there we go. Giolia Tuala has been shown the yellow card.
11.
Too many penalties in their own 22.
Over here. Over there. Time back on.
Southern Lions deciding what to do. And Southern Lions, it's been probably noticeable that they don't have the impact without Joe Ratu on the field.
Guys,
he hasn't been the go-to to make the breaks through the Cottesloe midfield, so they've missed that attacking play. So it's up to somebody else to stand up from Southern Lions. Missy putting his hand up. He says, give it to me, I want to take it forward. And that is a tackle. They've got to release him. Playing there, Laporte. Hits Cam. That ball's floated over there. And number 11, Jonah Nabarisi scores. Max Laporte will try to take this very quickly. Sutherland's running back to position. Max Laporte is willing to take a drop goal
Guys,
there.
guys.
And he has slotted the conversion. Don't give me a tee. I don't need a tee. I'll just put it on the drop kick. And they're ready to go. Southern Lions, they're keen to get the ball. Cottesloe, game managing it. Just having a little chat underneath their post. They'll walk back to halfway. Take their time.
Hey, Mark's here.
They're down. That one player, Leah Tuala, getting the yellow card, so they won't be playing anything quick here. Peter Grant will make it look like he's making the effort to get back to halfway. Little jog there, but it's going to take a few seconds.
9. Yeah, we've had quite a few stoppages.
And they're just noticing that Ali Haining is on the field for Cottesloe. Peter Grant, sweet strike on the ball. And they're playing at that Sejona Coro coming across from East in Sydney for Southern Lions, playing there.
Take him back.
That's with Laporte. He's kicked it long. They want to turn him around and play them back in their own half. Alex Fontevo dealing with a bouncing ball, takes the ball, goes very lateral, beats that tackle of Max Laporte. Caught in the middle of the field, opens up both sides of the field for Cottesloe to play. They've loaded the right side. Adam Fuelgrab, he'll carry strong with a good body height. Doesn't get the second hand on the ball though, so it doesn't come back quickly. Peter Grant gets it in his hands. And that's been dropped. So there's an opportunity. Southern Lions will play a scrum. 36 metres out.
The guy who knocks it off has stepped past the ball and then he played him on.
And the Cottesloe forwards. Adam Fuelgrab, Terrell, Shortland Berryman on their knees here.
Here guys, here's the mark, let's go.
Let's go! Let's go, Chef! Let's go! Make it happen!
And Mr. Terrell Berryman will deal with his ankle, take up a bit of time.
Come, Maxie! It's all there, brother!
Okay, to keep going.
Come on!
Sorry? I'll check. Ben, how long have we got on that second half? On that card? Ben, how long the card? 40 seconds.
Bring them on, eh? Let's go. Let's go. In and out. 300 in and out.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
And Southern Lions played into the scrum. Played out number 8 from the back of the scrum. That's it. That's Jonah Cordo from the east, taking a great run from the back of the scrum. Played to Laporte, he plays it on the edge, and is that scored in the corner? They're going to the corner, and they'll have a little chat. Well, Josiah, could he have scored in the corner there? We'll hear from the referee there. We'll just go and see what the story is.
Oh, good test! And again, and again!
And there's a try there to Southern Lions. So they've made this game interesting, haven't they? Come back for the conversion.
Yeah, it took 6 minutes. Yeah. Sorry? Yeah. Have you got 6 minutes as well, then? Fanny, you got 6? I'm not sure. She's got it, man.
No, let's go. Wait.
Side. Yeah. Huh? No, it wasn't. Numbers.
And sorry about that, little technical difficulty. We're back in play here. Peter Grant bombing the ball long. Someone's bringing the ball back with pace. Getting an offload, but that's been intercepted there by Tommy Fafita. Cottesloe back in possession of the ball. Zane Herrick picks and drives. He goes around the outside shoulder. Hunt plays. Southern Lions ruck defence looks like they're offside there. Back to Romano. He plays back out to the outside. So Terrell Berryman playing inside to Romano. Romano back to the outside. Playing there. Back to Terrell Short and Berryman. Adam Fuel grab. Goes to ground. Gets driven back. And that was the Southern Lions ruck defence there. Just caught offside. Clearly, they made the job easy for the referee there. They were clearly offside. Just relieves that little bit of pressure for Cottesloe.
Yeah, number 25. Let's go, boys. Let's go, please.
Peter Grant will try to put this as close to the try line as possible. Give his forwards the best opportunity to be able to win the line out and drive it forward. Southern Lions, they're ready to go. They want an opportunity.
There's a mark.
The defensive line out from Southern Lions is all over it, and they've turned the ball over. It's given them that opportunity. They want to play. Ball through the middle, offloading, just throwing at will. Getting the ball to Josiah. He's been good on the outside, on the edge all afternoon. He's still alive. He's playing the ball back on the inside. Southern Lions on attack. They're in the Cottesloe half, and they want this game. Abel Thomas is pleading to get the ball out of the ruck to play. They hit Missy. Missy steps off his left foot, back into contact. Oh, and it's been thrown away, and Alec Fontevo has scooped on it. He's quick. And there is a penalty there for Southern Lions. What do you do here? 42-45, 40 metres out. Max Laporte has a great boot on him. He'll be trying to get this as long as possible, but making sure it goes out.
Not really.
Put Southern Lions in an attacking position, well inside the Cottesloe 22.
A minute and a half.
So from a mental point of view here, Southern Lions just need to concentrate. What is my next job? What do I need to do well? If I'm a lifter in the line out, I've just got to get that lift right. If I'm a jumper, get my hands on the ball. And that's been played. It's made a contest. Cottesloe made a good contest in the air, but Southern Lions have come back with the ball. Cottesloe defence is solid, and it is whacking bodies. Southern Lions coming at them though. The pressure is on. Playing Laporte. Throws a long ball out wide. Good defence there by Cottesloe. Strips that ball. They've lost it forward there. So this is a scrum advantage to Cottesloe. Alex Fontevo takes the ball. Jono Ohaka puts it onto his boot, long, and chases. Looking around for any support. He's trying to connect with other players. And they play them. Oh, John. That's a good run. Southern Lions bring the ball back really well. Holloway gets in, makes the tackle. Southern Lions have got possession of the ball. They go to take it forward, carrying hard, carrying very hard, Southern Lions. Oh, and that's a big contact there. Felix Alafeo takes the ball. He's a hard man to stop. Max Laporte plays the ball back on the inside to Cam. They'll recycle that. Some very tired Southern Lions forwards. Brody Eastwood, he carries forward. Terrell Shortland Berryman better get out of there. He'll give away a penalty, and he does so. Abel Thomas plays from the back of the ruck. That's Aaron Heroini. Plays quickly and gets the ball. That's a great ball from Max Laporte on the outside. Josiah's got it. He's been a threat. Hugh Gowing has had a good game against him. Josiah gets the ball away. Is it still play on? Jono Haka picks it up. He scoops it up, and it's back in Cottesloe's possession. There would only be seconds left in this game now. And it's whoever can maintain control, I think, here will give themselves a chance. If Southern Lions can get their hands back on the ball. And that has possibly ended in a fight there, but I'd suggest that is full time. But that's some entertaining rugby.
Hey. Adam, walk away.
And there's just a conversation between some of the players. And that is the full-time whistle. But what an entertaining game of rugby. Southern Lions just going down to Cottesloe, 42-45 on their home ground. But as we said at the start, if it keeps going like this at a point a minute, then we're going to have an entertaining game, and it certainly was an entertaining game. Cottesloe scraping through with that win, but Southern Lions entertaining in defeat. And some good performances by some of the players.